Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I will be doing an initial review on brushes. I will insert it somewhere within this video. Don't really want to say that this is a review because I believe with products like this you should give them much more time to make a judgment. I'm going to do a talk through demo showing you what I did because I played with the brushes yesterday, and then we're just going to go from there. I'm going to go in with my Nivea Post Shave Balm as a primer. This brush could be perfect for blending out your primer. I love this brush so far for primer because it's just a liquid consistency. So far, so very good. I'm going in with this brush, and this is a smaller one. This is the one that AliExpress, eBay are selling individually. This is the main one that they started selling. I'm not doing a whole makeup shebang today. I'm just going to show you how I thought I could use these brushes. What I did notice about the concealer is that I only need about 1/5 of concealer. So what I could say about this brush is that it seems like it's not using all of my product. If you watch my tutorials, if you are a subscriber on my channel and you watch my makeup tutorials, makeup application video, I'm going to insert the clip, typically the amount of concealer that I use. So to know that I only need about 1/5 of concealer, that makes me realize that I don't need that much concealer, and I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. And then I might run the clip again so that you can see the comparison. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. And I also like how you could get, it's even small enough to get up in the eyebrow. It blends out concealer so very good. All up in here, all up in there, and hair, eyebrows, and get that eyebrow on fleek. Hit that arch right there. Get up under here. You could really, even the nose, you could come right up in here, right up in this little corner right here. Really nice. At first I thought it was a little bit too dense for the under eye. In a way where it's like, it's still soft, but because there's so many bristles compacted close together, it feels like it's too full, and I feel like it's more pressure going on down here than I would like for it to be. You understand what I'm saying? Whereas if I'm using my sponge, it's like a plush feeling. Or if I'm using my finger, you know, this finger right here, your skin is not bouncing around so much. And I'm saying that because you want to be really delicate around the under of your eyes. You don't want to speed up early aging under your eyes because of you tugging. And that's one thing I noticed the other day. The powder is no problem, but blending out my concealer, I'm real funny with things like that, especially if it dries quicker, because then I feel like I gotta pull my skin to blend it out. You understand? That would be my con for this brush, is that I feel like I just wish it had a little bit more movement. More movement. I wish the bristles gave a little bit more movement. It's rounded, and I wish it was probably flat, and that's why I want to try the flat one as well. I wish it gave more give. You understand what I'm saying? That would be my con for that one. But as far as blending out the concealer, is good. I still feel like it's soft. It is just has a lot of hair that when it's so tight like that, it looks as if it's too, like it's moving it too much for me. I'm going to spot conceal. I'm going to use the same little brush because it's a smaller brush, so hopefully it will give me more precision with, you know, just working on the spots, blemishes first before I do my overall foundation. I'm going to apply it to my finger first. Make sure you wash your makeup brush because I know exactly why I broke out over here. Because I was playing around. That's exactly what I was doing, playing around. So I get it on there pretty good. But for the most part, I don't believe in like doing all those circular motions because I feel like it's pushing in the makeup further into my skin. And I actually like for my makeup to sit on my skin. Because, I don't know, I'm just funny like that. So I'm going to do a packing motion. Just to get some of the coverage. Go over here and do the same thing. And it covers the blemishes really good. Really, really good. Bigger brush and hit up these edges of where it is, where my concealer and where my foundation meet. Hit the edges of that first, and then I'll go over the where I was doing my corrections. Same thing over here, hit the edges up first. Now I'm doing a packing motion again. Taking the remainder of what's left on the brush and just going over my whole face. I'm gonna go over my forehead too, but a little later, but I'm just using the remainder of what's on it first. Going in again for a second time. And this time with the bigger brush. Holding it with my index and my thumb on the side. I seen some people where they were just holding it with their finger. You could hold both, so you could be delicate with the brush. I'm gonna go in with my air spun as usual on the back of my hand. And the thing that I like about this brush, oh my goodness. The thing that I like about this brush and loose powders is you could apply a lot so it can actually do the job, but it shares it, like it spreads it so that it's like sheer. And I'm gonna show you what I mean. So look at all this powder. I hope you can see that. I really do. I'm going to push it in. I'm not even going to wipe it off at the end. I'm just going to push it in. Then I'm going to set my under eye. I'm going to go in with way more for the purpose of the video so you can see what I mean. But I like that it really presses it in. Like, even though this one is a little bit bigger than the other one that I was using for my concealer, it really gets it in there. And it shears it. You don't really have to worry about that flashback effect. It shears it out where it's not too, you didn't put too much. And this is like a white powder, almost white. So, for the purpose of the video, push it in there. And I just love that it really pushes it. I love that it really pushes the powder in. I'm going to take the biggest brush and blend out these edges really quick. And being that is white, I'm going to lightly go over it with the powder. One. Not too much because I still want to have that, like, you know, highlight effect. Lightly as you can. Lightly. This is the biggest brush out the bunch. I'm going to apply my face powder, which is pressed. And I'm going to show you what I mean where I said I wish the hairs were straight up. You see how the hairs are kind of going straight up where it moves right here? It's giving me some movement. Whereas with this one, it's so rounded that it's not giving me as much give. That's what I mean. That's what I mean. This one is giving me a little bit more movement. It's giving me more resistance. And I want to get the one that goes flat. the hairs go straight up. I like it. I just don't know if I love it yet. You know? My powder is pressed. I'm going to try to kick some up and go over my entire face. This foundation is red, but then after a while it's kind of like it's not as red. It's kind of backwards, but I don't know. I like that it looks like it could be skin. Love this brush to contour my nose. Absolutely love it because it's so small and it gets right in there. But I'm going to hit up my cheekbones real quick. Typically the amount of concealer that I use. So to know that I only need about 1/5 of concealer, that makes me realize that I don't need that much concealer, and I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. And then I might run the clip again so that you can see the comparison. Like, it gets in here. Ain't that something? Look. See how it moves? That's what I mean, how like it moves. You can come up in there. Out that real quick. Blending out my contour line. I'm going to use the top portion of the brush to apply my blush. I like this brush to blend out this contour line and to apply blush because the hairs, they move and it helps to blend it. I think the brush is nice. Is it necessary for the lipstick? Not necessarily. So I definitely would not see myself reaching for this brush to apply lipstick. I just feel like, what's the point? Even with the big brush like this, it curves to your eyebrows. Not like that, or it curves. Pretty hot. So I really do like that. I also like this one where you see how the hairs are going straight up. It's not rounded. This one is rounded, and this one the hairs are going straight up. If you feel like your contour line on your nose, you need to blend it, you could just use something small to get into the crevices and just blend it out some. Blending it down. Like I said, you could just, you know, like that. I really like the smaller one. I really like the smaller one. You can get right in there. Get really close to the lash line. So for my final thoughts about the face brushes, these three, I really do love this. I love this one to set my powder like I showed, to set my under eye. Really love it. It pushes it in, it shares it out, it doesn't make it look cakey. I use this one for liquid. I'm not wowed by it yet, but I still have to get adjusted to using it because I do not swirl in my makeup. I just pack it on. This one for powder, it does kick up the powder, and I like that it flares out, it moves. It's able to kick up pressed powder, and you know, you just apply it.